Okay, Greg, so what you want to do to copy the image is you're going to select the image first. So use your select tool, select the image, and you're going to go to your move tool, which is the 4 red arrows. You're going to zoom out a little bit just so you can see everything moving. What you want to do is move the image directly back, and then in the process you're going to start copying it. So click the image to start moving it, and then you really want to watch for the green axis. You can see next to my cursor there's a green axis right now. You want to make sure you're aligned on the green axis so everything is aligned with the first image. And to make the copy, while you're in the move, you're going to tap the control key. So I just tapped the control key. Now it's making a copy. And again, you want to make sure that that copy is going along that green axis. You can see the little note popping up on green axis. That's what you want. And then you go ahead and left click to place it. Now that image is in place. So now to take it and use it as a texture, you have to explode it. And you actually have to explode it twice, because earlier when we were getting started, we used a line and made it a group. So what you want to do is select the image. So this is now the one behind it. You're going to right click on it, and you're going to go explode. And then nothing's going to look like it's going to happen. You're going to right click on it again and hit explode. And if you right click on it again and it doesn't, and explode is grayed out, that means it's completely exploded. Plus you can see that the image itself is selected. You can kind of see that poche effect where it's selected. So now our image is exploded and we can use it as a texture. And there's 2 ways to do it. One is you can go up to your paint bucket tool. So look for the paint bucket tool up at the top of the screen. You're going to click on that. You're going to hold down the Alt key on your computer, so the keyboard Alt key. Hold that down. What that's going to do is put that material into the material editor. You can see on the right hand side in my material editor, the current material is actually blue, or that transparent glass. So when I hold down the Alt key, and then not letting go of the Alt key, I'm going to left click on my mouse. It's going to grab that material, and you're going to see it's going to make it the current material over on the right hand side. Alright, so after we do that, we have it as our current material. I'm going to go into my my coping, which should be a group. So I'm going to go to my select tool. I'm going to select the kind of that coping or the object that I want to apply that texture to. I'm going to edit that object first. So easiest way to do that is to do a right click, edit group. Now I'm in the group, and I know I'm in the group because I can see the poche kind of bounding box around it. I can also, as long as everything's grouped correctly, I can select these individual faces. So what I want to do is select this face here, and I'm going to go up to the paint bucket tool up at the top again, and I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click on the face, and that should apply the texture that was back here to that face. Now, things that can go wrong with this, that I've seen people do, including myself, is I'm just going to do undo. Get rid of that. Okay, so instead of, so once I'm in the group, the one thing you don't want to do is, instead of going up to the paint bucket tool here, if you go over to the material editor over on the right and click that button, so it's the main, that image material, if I click that, and then I go to apply it to the face, it's not always going to map correctly. So I got lucky. It actually mapped correctly, but there's a tendency to reset if I click and try to apply the material from here, as opposed to just using the paint bucket tool. The other thing that can go wrong, so let's undo one more time, and I'm going to get out of this group by right-clicking off the group and hit close. So people do forget, and I've done it too, is forget to go into the group that you want to apply the material. So what they will do is go up to the paint bucket tool with the group selected, and then click on the group to apply the texture, and you end up with this effect. This is essentially you're trying to apply the material of that section, that texture, to the whole group and all of its faces. And what we really want to do is just apply it to that front face. And the right way to do it, go and do undo, is to select the coping, right click, edit group, go to your paint bucket tool, and then click on that face. And then when I'm all done, I'm going to right click and close group. So what I'll also do too is I'll email you this file just so you can see all the pieces together.